now, the Crypt Keeper of Creepy, the provocative prince of the tweens, the nightmare from Neptune. It's Zabujard!
I'm at work, but I'm hopefully going to quit soon. I'm not sure how soon. I would like to quit as soon as possible, but I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to do that, but hopefully pretty soon. I think I'm going to quit very soon. And, sorry. And so, after I quit, maybe I can try to go to bed earlier, because I won't have to be up all night a few days of the week. So that would be good if I could start going to bed earlier for once. I think that would be pretty cool if I could manage to start doing that. I think that would be something cool to do. And then other things you could do, if you're up during the day, when there's sunlight, you can actually maybe bicycle somewhere. I think maybe I should try to get a bike or fix my skateboard thing. And I was kind of giving up on cooking eggs. So I was maybe just going to get one of those little microwave cookers that you put the egg in, you microwave them, or you can put them on the skillet in a egg poacher. Or some gay shit like that. Because the eggs are not cooking right. I've been looking into it. Could be my pan is too dirty. Could be that it's not getting hot enough. Could be I'm using oil instead of butter. That could be the root. That could be a problem as well. It's just cooking this fucking nigger faggot gay, and I'm not having luck with the eggs right now. So. If you guys have other things you recommend I could try cooking, you can write that in the comments, but the eggs are not cooking well at all, so I don't really care about cooking eggs anymore because it's not working. Or if I'm going to, I'm going to try a different form of cooking them, such as poaching them or microwaving them or something like that. I'm going to have to look into that as well. Maybe just microwave them. I don't know, just to cook them somehow. Or they have egg cookers and shit. And I'm at work, and hopefully going to be quitting soon, because hopefully going to be quit soon, and hopefully going to move out of this town soon, and go, I don't know where. Hopefully somewhere cool, I don't know. Hopefully somewhere cool, I don't know. And once I get my own place, I can start working on the cardboard box fort and the indoor gymnastic court, which I don't really know. I'm not very good at building anything, but I think it would be pretty fun to try and build an obstacle course for myself to help motivate me to get out of bed. So those are the things I would start working on if I had my own place, which hopefully I can get my own place soon. And so the things I'd work on if I had my own place is art studio, obviously, a cardboard box fort, McDonald's playground, gymnastics obstacle course, maybe building some type of moat, maybe digging a latrine for septic waste, or installing a fake river with fake water, maybe blue rocks that look like water. Then putting a boat or a kayak on top of the fake water lake with paddles, and it looks like you're kayaking on your own lake, but actually they're just blue rocks that look like water. I don't know how well the paddles would do at paddling through that fake water. I'm trying to figure something out like that. I was also thinking of a fake lake made out of blue sand, and if you could figure out a boat creation device that could a boat a boat with paddles that can go through sand. There is a type of lightweight sand that I think you can swim through. I saw it on YouTube once, but it might be really expensive because it's a fancy type of sand. Or hell, I mean, you could maybe just build a lake thing or a pond. But ponds get dirty and tricky, so that would be a little tricky. If you had a fake lake, and no, by the way, no fucking idiot has ever came up with this idea. This is a brand new idea. A fake lake with a fake boat that you can fake swim through? How come nobody's ever thought of this? Yeah, it's because I'm a fucking genius. That's why I thought of this, by the way. So, building a fake lake with a boat with a paddle that you can swim through with fake lightweight sand that acts like water. And I've seen it on YouTube. There's a type of sand. If you have ideas for that sort of thing, you can write in the comments, or maybe just a lake made out of not a different type of liquid than water that doesn't get so dirty and doesn't get mosquitoes. I'm still thinking about thoughts on that sort of thing. So those are the things I would start working on. And I want to do claymation lately, but it's just so hard to get out of bed to. When you do claymation, you have to videotape it. So you have to do a lot of video taping. And you have to move the little puppets around, you know. And, hold on, my coworker's being weird. He just drove up to my car and drove away, so I guess I'm gonna go walk over there. It's pretty cringe, so I'll talk to you guys later. Sorry, so like I was saying, my coworker said that homeless people are stealing skateboards here now. Because people are leaving them on their porch, and then the homeless are coming up out of the forest creek and taking the skateboards and then running back into the creek area, into the woods. So people the people are getting pissed off that their skateboards are getting stolen, but they really can't leave them out on their porch because this area is retarded, and we don't have a proper fence to keep the bums out because they can come up through the creek and just hop the fence, kind of, you know. It's a tiny little fence. It's very tiny. But anyway, if I don't know what I did this week. I made some cartoons. Not much else. Tried to cook eggs. Did not work out. The eggs are retarded. I went outside to the park once. And that's about it. And you know, so I'm just trying to figure out my week, you know, and figure out who I am and what I'm supposed to do. If I'm supposed to help someone or help myself, or what exactly my purpose is here and my plan and whatever, blah, 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 you know, so. But being alive today was worth it because I got to take a shower today, and I do that every day, and that is my favorite part of the day still. It has been for a few years now. And yeah, not much else. I downloaded so many animation plugins. You know, messed around with some animation plugins. And made some claymation puppets out of wire. I was going to make a tree out of wire as well. You know, a big tree made out of wire. It'd also be cool to make some fake bricks that go around my door, like Pirates of the Caribbean tunnel. And I still haven't gotten around to making fake cave things that hang off the ceiling. the stalagmites. Still haven't made those. I'm not sure how I would stick those to the ceiling. I guess just tape or something. But they might fall off. But, tape or something, I don't know. For the goon cave or the NEET cave or whatever you want to call it, the cave. And then, I mean, putting up fake cave walls would be cool too. Probably hard to do, but to make it look like you're in a cave would be kind of cool, you know. So yeah, and then trailers are an off-grid thing that a lot of off-grid people do. Is they always get a trailer. Now I don't have a truck, so I don't even know how I would pull a trailer, even if I bought one for a property or whatever. I think if I buy a property, I want to maybe buy one close to the train station. Probably off-grid out in the desert, I guess, but hopefully kind of close to a train station so that I could take the train to and fro random places. So that's kind of what I was thinking about, you know, being close to a train. Because then you could just take the train places. So there you go. You know, so that could work. You know, that could be interesting. And yeah, so yeah, I don't know. If I'm going to be off grid, the most important things is water, food, and showers. Probably. And I guess solar panels or something, right? Or whatever. And decorating. Because I'm going to want to decorate the land with things. You know? I'm going to want to do that. Somehow. So that's what I would do. I would decorate the land. Seriously, I would. And that's what I would do. Of course, I would miss things from the grid, like boba drinks and soda pop and stuff, you know. Definitely miss some of that stuff if I left the grid. I'd miss soda pop, I think, and boba. I don't know what else. Showers. I guess those things. And you know, I buy a lot of Chinese trash, so I would miss buying Chinese trash as well from the various stores that sell Chinese trash. You know, and so yeah. So anyway, so you know what would probably be even cooler than Chinese trash? The touch of another human. Whoa. But alas, here we are. With no one to touch us but ourselves. No one to touch me but myself. So, yeah. I guess I'll have to buy one of those Tesla robots. And impregnate the robot. I'll give birth to a little toaster. The brave little toaster. You know, I would never want to hurt nobody, but, you know, hypothetically, if you were going to get away with it, I think this is what I thought of back when I was an HIGHSKOOL. And back then, maybe I think I was probably not even as edgy as I am now. Probably not even a tenth of my power back in high school, but nonetheless, I was still too powerful, even back then. But now I'm unstoppable. I'm way too powerful now. But anyways, back in high school, I thought of this as an experiment. How would you do it and get away with it? How would you snuff someone's consciousness, right? So what I thought of was, so all the educational centers have Gatorade machines. So what I thought of was, all you would have to do is just somehow poison the Gatorade machines, and that's all you would have to do. And I don't know how hard that would be, but that was the idea I came up back when I was a teenage youngster. Back when I was a youngster, that was the idea. I thought, how would I get away with it? Just like the book O.J. Simpson wrote, How I Got Away with It, or If I Did It, or whatever the hell it was, right? So that was the hypothetical idea I came up with. You guys can write what your idea was, because there's always those. There's always that gay fascination that people have with serial KILLers, right? So people are young in educational centers. They're thinking, how would I get away with it if I was Jeffrey Dahmer? How would I get away with it? And back when what I thought it was, you just put it some second razor blades or whatever the hell, or rat poison or whatever, you just put it in the stupid Gatorade machine. Because, back in high school, all those people are drinking Gatorade out of the machine. A lot of people were. Because they were only like $2 or $1.50 for a Gatorade. So people were always slurping on them. So I thought, that's probably how I would get away with it. Oh, you know what, really? If you're just like on a dark desert, desolate road and you're in your car, just freaking bam, I wonder if that would be hard to get away with or whatever. Hypothetically, of course. I feel like that would be easy to get away with, honestly, but that's just my opinion, so I don't know. I don't know how other people would go about doing crap like that, but anyways, what I also thought of, see, what brought this on, right? I had this dream I was on a roller coaster. Well, I had a dream I was underneath a roller coaster, but anyways, it got me thinking about roller coasters. And what if you just threw your hat off the roller coaster and then it got stuck in between the coaster and the bar at the bottom, and then it broke the whole coaster? Or, like, say you work at an amusement park and you just put a bunch of crap in between the coaster and the pole at the bottom, and you sabotage the coaster, and then boom, But then you got all that red on your hands. But, I wonder if that would work if I worked at an amusement park or just a place like that. I guess I would probably just sabotage one of the rides or whatever, and then, I wonder if people could do that. I wonder if that would be hard to do or easy. I feel like that wouldn't even be that hard to do, honestly. Might be easy to do, I don't know. So anyways, I feel like those are the things I came up with. Yeah, so it's cold, man. It's cold at work. Every time I go to work, it's cold. Especially during winter. Yikes. So, yikes. I mean, it's coldest around, 3 or 4 in the morning. So, but even back in my room, it's cold. Because my room is kind of dog shit because it's not well insulated. My room is not well insulated. And so, because it's not well insulated, it's very cold. And this is kind of a pet peeve of mine, It's a little pet peeve I have, but... So my pet peeve is that, my, sis, runs the heater in the morning, but not at night. And my pet peeve with that is, I have a pet peeve with that because in the morning, number one, it's already not super cold. Number two, I'm awake all night, so it's way, way, way colder at night than it is even during the day. But the thing is, she's not awake at night. So of course she's not going to run the heater at night. But anyways, it's just retarded. It's just retarded. I don't care. You know, it's just one of those things. The main issue is just that someone driving by. One of the tenants. The main issue is just that my room is badly insulated. That's the main problem. And so if my advice for anyone who builds a room or has a room or goes off grid, make sure that your room is insulated somehow. However you got to do it. I just think ever since I lived here that I'm really starting to think that insulation is amazing. If you can just insulate your room with foam or however the hell they insulate a room, then I recommend you do that because insulation rocks. It really does rock. Because then you're not freezing your little dick off every night like I am during the winter and a few other seasons too. But that's I like insulated rooms. I really do now like insulated rooms. So that's my opinion. Sorry if that's crazy. You know, it's weird being a human because I'm so used to wanting to be comfortable, and then it feels like you never really get comfortable when you're out in the cold or whatever. And so I don't know if that's supposed to remind me that I'm supposed to be uncomfortable or that I'm a human, or if Hashem is trying to remind me of certain things or make me think of certain things or whatever. I really don't understand a lot in this place. I feel like I'm a little clueless, like I'm just one big walking question mark and nothing really makes sense. And you can add another curse to the list possibly because now my cooking is, I guess I'm trying to cook, the eggs aren't even cooking, so that might be a possible cooking curse that I have accrued somehow, which I didn't even notice because it might be a new curse. Write in the comments #new curse, because each year it seems like I accrue and get a new curse possibly, and this might be a new curse. And there's already plenty of them, if you want to call them that or whatever they are, but this is probably, possibly, definitely, could be definitely, probably, possibly, possibility of a probable, possible new curse that's been put upon my cooking abilities or my self or whatever it is. And so that's just something to keep in mind. I keep track of all the new curses that seem to possibly come my way each year. They continue to stack up. If you want a rundown on all the curses, of course, there's the trouble wearing shoes curse, but I like sandals anyways, I guess. Can't wear shoes curse. Now the cooking curse, the throat infection curse that's been going on a long time, the eating disorder curse, which maybe isn't as bad nowadays. So that's 4 that I can think of right off the top of my head. The broken mouse curse, which isn't as bad now because I finally got a mouse pad. And so I like the mouse pad. I mean, it's not perfect. It's not as perfect as it used to be before it broke. But there you go. And then, you know, bedridden curse, whatever, blah 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 blah, curse, blah blah blah. You know, all that crap, schizo curse, whatever. You know, all that shit. It's just all that other shit, right? And so, I don't know if other people keep track of their curses or whatever, or if the people do that or whatever people do. I really don't understand people, maybe because people are, they don't think logically like I do, or calmly, and they're very emotional sometimes, and so people are weird and people are strange, to quote that stupid gay song on the radio. People are strange. And I watched a lot of Victorious episodes a few weeks ago, and a lot of them are really, really good and really well written. I definitely recommend them. They're great. Great to rewatch the show. It's just a very funny show. Great characters, great everything, great writing. I watched a lot of the Powerpuff Girls 2016, and it got a bad rap. A lot of people said it was a terrible cartoon. I actually thought it was very good. And that's the Powerpuff Girls 2016 reboot. I actually thought it was quite good and pretty funny myself. I know it's a hot take because a lot of the cartoonists online hate it. They talk about how bad it is. Yes, it has a twerking episode for a few seconds. But besides that, I thought it was pretty good. And yeah, so I thought about making another game. I made one the other day. I haven't made games in a long time. I made one the other day, Blinker's Cavern 2. I was thinking about making a Mega Man game called Mega Mondays. Garfield race war till the end of time. And Garfield is on a race war against black cats, or black people, I don't know. Because Garfield hates Mondays, and he hates cats, because they're unlucky, and because they're black. So Garfield hates them. He's a cat cyst. Mega Mondays instead of Mega Man. Mega Man Days. So maybe I'll whip something up real quick one of these days with a stupid gay-ass Garfield Mega Man game that I can make in like, an hour, although usually it always takes longer than that. It might take 5 hours or 2 hours, probably at least 2 hours, maybe less than that, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 4 hours. I don't know how long. It's just random, dude. It just depends on how I'm vibing. I still need to get my computer fixed. The screen has been broken now for about 2 weeks. And I keep saying I'm going to take it to a computer repair shop, and obviously I have not, and now it's been like 2 or 3 weeks now, and still not fixed, so I definitely need to try to get motivated to leave the house and get that fixed sometime, and that would be good to do. Haven't fixed the skateboard still. I haven't made the claymation videos yet. I can't think of a plot for them, really. I gotta think of a plot for them, maybe, and try to figure that out. My fingers are freezing off in the car now. It's starting to get even colder, and my toes as well. I'm going to hide in the public bathroom because it's warmer in there. And I'm probably going to hide in there for, 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. We'll see. And so I'm probably going to go up there now and just hang out in the warm bathroom for 40 minutes or 30 minutes or something like that, because it is starting to get freezing cold in the car now that I'm approaching 1 a.m. in 2 minutes. And so this is really when the freezing, bitter cold starts rearing its ugly head. And my balls have been hurting a little bit lately. But I just had them checked out by a doctor like a month ago, and he said that they looked fine. So hopefully it's nothing, but I'm randomly getting some ball pain when I'm just chilling at home, which is weird. And hopefully it's nothing, but yeah, I did just see a doctor like a month, and he said it's fine, so, we'll see how it goes, and you guys know how balls go, I brought a berry smoothie drink, a peach sparkle water, a Coca-Cola, and a grape juice to drink, and a few pieces of Little Caesars pizza that I picked up before work. So that's what I'm having tonight. In case you were wondering, okay, I'm going to go BRB. Do a patrol sometime. I've been in the bathroom for like an hour just hanging out in here because it's warmish in here compared to the freezing cold out there. I feel like human nudity is underexplored in modern humans. I truly do believe that. Let me explain. you and I were born naked, but the only times we're naked now is sometimes we're in the shower, or if people have intercourse, I guess maybe they're naked. But besides that, I feel like a lot of people aren't naked most of the time, and I feel like it could easily change your perspective on a lot of things if people or yourself was more naked. Possibly something for you to explore and try out and figure out what it's like to be naked, or just think about. People act tough with clothes on, but if people had their clothes off, I bet they would act more. They might even act more friendly, and that's a huge opinion. People might act more friendly because they feel more exposed, maybe, I don't know, but maybe clothes are made to keep humans aggressive and hostile and evil towards each other. Write in the comments if you agree. If people were naked, then I think it might solve a lot of the problems that people have. You never know. I mean, maybe that's true, I don't know, but regardless, if you find yourself naked, I think it will make you think differently on things and reconsider things, because of just how rare it is to be naked in today's age, even though you and I were born naked. Something to think about, and it could be the natural state of being, of course, is naked, possibly, right? So I feel like there might be something to that. I don't know. I feel like there might be something there. There might be something educational, intellectual in there that is underexplored in modern humans. I truly think that could be an underexplored avenue, and so it needs explorers to explore it. So if you feel so inclined, I suppose you could try out being naked in wherever and see how it makes you feel and makes you think and makes you what changed in your thoughts, what changed in your skin, what changed in your body, what energy are you feeling through all your body parts and your brain and your blood and your feet, because it truly is interesting. And of course, I think that if people were out in the sun, and if you're naked, you're getting way more sun, which is better for your body, because you have clothes on, you're not getting very much sun, and your whole body would probably like sun. It feels good to get sun, anyways, for me. So I think if humans were naked, they would get way more sun, and the sun would really heal their bodies and fix their bodies and warm up their body parts more. If they were naked, they would be getting way more sun, and sun is always good, I think, for humans. I think the sun is very good for humans. And so that's another reason why nakedness is. And even if you want to take it a step further to the moon, even if you want to be naked in front of the moon, fine, you can try that. That's perfectly fine, maybe, but maybe you'll get something out of the moonlight. There could be positive effects on moonlight on the human body as well, I don't know. Something to consider. They always talk about the benefits of sunlight, but not about the benefits of moonlight. So maybe there are benefits to moonlight. I think there could be. There very well could be. Someone has to look into that and let us know. And I think this could be very important to think about for someone, for whoever wants to think about such a thing. And yeah, so nakedness, interesting. I think it could fix a lot of stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it would make things worse, I don't know. I will say that it's going to feel very good, I think, to quit this job or any job. For some reason, I always feel very good after I quit a job. Probably for a billion unconscious reasons that we can comprehend. Every time I quit a job, I end up feeling very relieved and good and happy and pumped up and excited, pumped up kicks. And I tried to do things this week, like I made the puppets and some cartoons and things. I'm trying to really jump into the art world as much as I can lately. And push it as far as I can. As far as art goes, I'm really trying to push. But I did spend way too much time in bed as usual this week and too much time sleeping, and it has been hard to get out of bed as usual, and barely eating, of course. Definitely not eating enough still. Definitely not eating nearly enough food for a 6-foot-tall male. Not even close to enough food. Maybe one meal a day or around there. And I gotta maybe try to fix that sometime too. It's just such a pain to keep going back to the faggot nigger grocery store all the time to get food. It's all frozen dog shit food too, and you gotta cook it, and you gotta eat it, and then you gotta go back to the grocery store and get more. I can't stand it. I hate anything that has to do with food. It takes up so much time and effort and energy and money and all this shit just to eat. I hate eating. I hate food. Fuck you, food. Fucking nigger food, and fuck anyone who likes food and eats food. It takes up too much time. And I hate all food, and it takes up way too much of, and it makes you hungry if you don't eat. It punishes you just for not eating. And I hate food, and food is a new invention maybe. When humans were invented 300 years ago, the newer humans, we were given holes, buttholes, and genital holes, and I think maybe even we might have been introduced to eating and drinking as well, and also pooping and peeing, and that's maybe why you have all these weird sexual 1700 artists who were drawing very depraved sex artworks. And they're basically like the deviant artists of 300 years ago. And pretty much nothing has changed, because now you have deviantart.com, and 300 years ago you had people like Marquis de Sade, I forgot his name. You had these depraved deviant artists before deviantart.com was a thing. You had 1700s people drawing deviant art, sexual things, goat orgies and things like that. Because I think people weren't used to eating, or they weren't used to pooping and peeing, and they weren't used to sex. All of this stuff is new as far as the new upgraded humans go. Humans were given sex and pleasure and eating animals and eating meat. All these new things. I don't think humans probably used to eat, especially not animals, maybe plants, but eating animals. We get all these diseases now, STDs, right? Sexual diseases. Pregnancies could be new. I don't know. I don't know how old humans used to give birth to more humans. I'm not sure how that worked, but so many questions. And yeah, as we all can tell, maybe the older humans were much more in touch with the spirit world, or their bodies, or God, or something. I don't know, but they were definitely in touch with something powerful if they were able to create Notre Dame and stuff. The people in the 1700s weren't making Notre Dame. They were drawing dicks going in and out of holes in the 1700s, and they were actually decent artists. Okay, I'll give them that, but although they all kind of have the same style, so it was kind of boring. You know, they all have the same style, which is fine. But they were drawing deviantart.com pictures in the 1700s. These people weren't making Notre Dame if they're drawing goat orgies and women getting railed by a bunch of goats. They weren't making Notre Dame if they're too busy drawing DeviantArt for deviantart.com upvotes. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. And I think maybe humans had more time back then, because humans didn't have to eat, didn't have to drink, didn't have to breathe. I don't know how old humans used to operate. Or if they were even humans, or if it was just angels. Maybe they weren't even humans. Maybe it was just angels. I don't know. Whoever, or ant creatures who have ant bodies and ant heads. And you can tell that ants nowadays are small, but they're good at digging holes. And what do you see underground? You see all these intricate tunnels and underground networks that could be built by large ants, or large ant humanoids, right? And even on the box cover of the Pixar DreamWorks movie Ants, on the front cover you've got that ant, and then you have right behind him you have a penny, and on the penny you have that old world building, the I don't know, the Lincoln Memorial or whatever the fuck. What's the big beautiful building on the penny? Does anyone know? It doesn't matter, but I thought, I wonder if they were trying to tell us that the ants built a lot of these buildings, if they're putting a penny behind the ant on the DreamWorks film Ants cover. Something to think about if you're gay and you want to think about gay things. But you can think about whatever you want, but I think previous humans were much more advanced, healthy, advanced, spiritually advanced, not so decadent, most likely got immortality. Perhaps their immortality drove them to corruption and death, and they finally destroyed themselves and created us because they were sick of being immortal or something. And now, as a lot of you guys can tell, they're trying to make our current civilization immortal. Eventually they're going to do that with the Mark of the Beast and with other things. I think they're going to make humans, they're going to obviously join humans and robots to become immortal, right? I think very soon they're going to make portals legal so people can teleport through portals to different cities, which will cause a whole bunch of new problems, I guess, and weird things will happen with that. And 15-minute cities, of course, they're going to bring very soon, and more weather weapons and all this gay shit and more P. Dinky and more Jepstein and more all that gay shit, more eating youngsters underground celebrities and stuff, Kim Kardashian, all those evil faggots who eat youngster blood underground all the time, right? And so, what was I saying? They're going to make people immortal again very soon, I think. And I think that will cause problems as well. People will have a hard time adjusting to being immortal, I feel like, if you can believe that. I don't think it's that hard to believe, but I think it's something that could happen, and we already see things preparing people for that, such as 300-year prison sentences or 500-year prison sentences that they give melanin inmates in trials. You get 250 years in prison, and of course, no human can live that long currently. Well, maybe, but that's because they're preparing these inmates for immortality so they can live out their prison sentences, possibly in a cryogenesis or a having the person experience 200 years in a few seconds via technology in their brain, the Musk brain chips that are coming soon. We have a lot of gay nigger shit coming. We have Elon Musk bringing in his robots and his Terminator robots and his AI brain chip to control humanity, and that's why Trump sucks his caucus, because he needs Musk to bring in all of his gay robots I don't even think he built any of them. I think he just takes them from the deep state fag shit that he has underground. I don't think Musk has built anything ever, but I think he just does what the people underground tell him to do, of course, and they all do, and Trump included, Camel included, all of them included. They all just take their orders from underground, and I'm just a cartoonist, and I need to get back to work here, I guess, and I need to finish this patrol thing here. I'm actually pretty surprised somewhat that I've never been gang stalked as far as all the silly information that I spew out on this channel, but I feel like the reason why I haven't been gang stalked to like people such as Deutsche Videos or other people who think that they're gang stalked is because I think I have a pretty level head on my shoulders, and I don't really see any paranormal stuff ever. except on YouTube. And I am just a cartoonist mostly, so I don't think they would take me that seriously sometimes. I don't own any pets, and mostly just stay in my room, in my bed, and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm unmarried. I haven't been touched and by a chick. Man, that'd be pretty cool. I think a lot of people take that for granted if they get touched by a chick, but man, that would actually be pretty fucking. Yeah, I mean, I was just getting hard on last time. I think I was touched by a chick was my dentist, and I thought, oh man, I'm getting some tonight, because the dentist is touching my hand, and I'm like, whoa. So this is what hand-on-hand intercourseal action is like, and this was like a year or two ago. I went to the dentist, and I'm getting felt up by the female dentist on my hand. Just because it's a dentist and she has to do, or maybe it was a nurse, I don't remember, but obviously our hands touched, and so, I'm not used to being touched at all, and there's obviously a lot of electricity whenever someone touches you, especially if you haven't been touched, and so of course, if I'm going to the dentist, the barber, the nurse, I'm all about getting my hand touched, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's happening and going on if I'm ever, in that situation, and then it catches you off guard and you think, whoa, when was the last time this happened? Oh, it was when I had a nurse or a dentist a few years ago. It's been several years since another person's touched my hand like that. It gets your brain pumping, it gets your blood pumping, and you think, whoa, there's people out there that actually get touched every day, or at least every week, I don't know. Must be, I feel like it'd be very healing, possibly, to touch another human. I definitely can see how that could be a possibility for sure. Definitely for sure, possibly. Definitely a possibility. I think anyone can maybe agree to that, maybe, that could be a real, actual thing, but you never know. So I don't know. And so I'm gonna go back out into the freezing cold and do this patrol, I guess, and then I'll be back. Hey guys. Hey guys, it's me. Well, I actually don't think I got out of bed today until maybe 9:30 p.m. Maybe 9:35 p.m. But I had a dream. I was a contestant on a show or in a game. I was a contestant, and there was other contestants, and I think it was a cool dream, but I didn't really remember much about it. So I hung out in the dream today. And this morning, I actually went for a swim at my work, which I haven't been for a swim in years, and it was a very nice swim. It was great. I had the whole pool to myself, and the jacuzzi to myself. And after the swim, I went to Five Below, which is a Chinese trash store. And because I've been trying to find some tiny hands for my puppets. And they have them on their website, but they didn't have them in the store, and I even asked the worker. I said, I haven't seen those tiny hands here in a while. And they did not have them. But I did get something else. And then I went to Walmart next door to it, and I picked up some sandwiches, and muffins, cookies, carrot cake, barbecue chicken sandwiches, sun chips, grape juice. And I like to get at Walmart because they have microwavable burgers, usually, but they didn't have them there today. Which was unfortunate, but that's okay. I got the sandwiches, so it'll have to do. And they got good prices at Walmart. They really do. Because all that stuff only cost me $30, and at a normal grocery store, that'd probably be like at least $55, or 50 or 55, somewhere around there. That's what I'm thinking. And look, du hast mich gefragt, du hast mich gefragt, and then get her zocked. Remember Rammstein? I made a Rammstein CD, hashtag Rammstein didn't kill himself, back in high school that I've been listening to. I really wish I could make more CDs, but computers don't have CD ejectors now. Because I would love to make some CDs. Although I barely drive anyways, right? So I wouldn't get to listen to them that much anyways, right? But, honestly, car surround sound audio systems really can get you pumped up compared to just shitty computer speakers or TV speakers. Or maybe it's the combination of driving and music. I don't know, but something about music in the car is so much more fun than music anywhere else. And I don't know how to explain that, but you guys probably know what I'm talking about, maybe. That car music is way more fun usually than anywhere else music you can listen to. I think it has to do with either driving or the surround sound speakers. I'm not really sure which one makes music so much more fun in the car. I'm at work. I got, 7.5 hours to go. I definitely got out of bed. I don't think I've gotten out of bed this late in a long time. Usually, I get out of bed at, somewhere between 4:30 and 5:30 p.m. or something, 6:30 maybe. But 9:30, what the heck? A lot of you guys are thinking, what the heck? I sound like a lickitung with a big fucking tongue. That's what lickitung sounds like when he gives a lickies, as they call it in Pokemon. Lickitung. Spreads my legs, spread eagle. Give me the licky. Lickitung, tongue. I'll make a cartoon about that. Lickitung goes over, starts licking Misty, and Misty says, Lickitung, give me the licky. And then she goes spread eagle. I love that it's called spread eagle, by the way. That's like the most gruesome, disgusting way to call spreading your legs or whatever. Spreading your holes out is spread eagle. I mean, that is hilarious. Give me the smeggy Lickitung, and this Lickitung comes over to all the famous Pokemon characters, Scary Oak, Professor Oak, Ash Ketchup, and they're all spread eagle, and Lickitung's going, Licky, me gonna need some more sticky smeggy, and then he calls over his friends who are Lickitungs, they all come over, there's like 5 Lickitungs, and he's like, this is why God created me, to be a Lickitung, to have this giant, pleasurable tongue, it's for these purposes. How come Lickitung doesn't have an evolution form, where he just becomes a giant tongue? Or a pre-evolution form where he's just like just a throat without a tongue? lick a throat. Tongue a lick can be the evolved form. I don't know. So it is a weird looking Pokemon. It's got a big ass tongue. Kind of like a dog's tongue. Dogs have pretty big tongues too. I know Misty looks like she's 18, but she's actually over 60,000 years old. She's a vampire. I know she looks like she's under 18. A lot of you guys are saying in the comments, Misty. But if you read the Pokemon lore, Misty is actually an Arc Vampire Druid Queen of the Abyss. And she has her one ring to rule them all, and the ring keeps her young forever. And she's actually been alive for over 65,000 years, give or take. And Misty is the secret villain of the entire Pokemon series, and she does kill Ash after stalking his ass and raping Ash Ketchum, and Misty is actually Ash's secret mom and dad, and you don't find that out till the end of the show, season 1, when he goes in for a DNA test, and it comes up Misty's DNA. So, wait, what? Misty? Why does Misty have my DNA? He confronts her. Misty says, I have your DNA because, Ash, look, I am your father, and your mother, and your stepsister. Uh-oh, Misty got stuck in the washing machine again. This is all real Pokemon lore. It sounds cool to make that noise. Have you guys ever made a noise like that before? Write in the comments if you make noises like, kind of sounds like a frog. Lore, Mr. Nigger, Stompo, Page, Dead Dingeray. I think if I'm gonna sing like that from now on. I'm just a neat boy. I gotta have fun and joy. I'm a dead age niggy boy. I'm a dead age niggy boy. And I gotta have fun and joy. I'm a dead age niggy boy. And I gotta have fun and joy. I'll do that voice for the cartoons from now on. Hey Jan, what's going on? Oh hey dear, I'm just sucking and tucking my own calc. So, I don't know if you guys have been watching the moon lately, but the moon looms on your doom, and people have been saying that the moon has a black hole that's been opening up. I've seen a video, and even the faggy niggy government has said that there's 2 moons right now, an asteroid as a fake moon. So I've been watching the moon when I'm out on walks. I've been watching the moon. I'm looking at it right now, if you can believe that. It's a crescent moon right now, and it's very yellow moon, or orange, I guess you could say. Like an orange yellow, maybe like something like that, some kind of orange yellow combination. And it doesn't look very suspicious right now. It looks normal. People have been saying if you stare at the sun, you unlock your third eye, psychokinetic abilities. And I can see why that makes sense, because there's a hole in your eye, a black hole inside of your eye, and there's that term black hole sun. You have a black hole, and so your eye looks like a sun because of the shining light rays that go around your eyeball, the cornea. So your eye looks like the sun. I think God did that on purpose, or whoever made us. Made our eyeball look like the globe, or the earth, or the sun, and of course the moon looks like the earth. If you look at the moon, it looks like a map of the earth currently. So the moon's probably a reflection of the earth somehow. But anyways, your sun, or your eyeball is like the sun maybe. And so, and think about why it's always suspicious. I always question why the nigger government always tells us not to look at the sun. Because if you look at the sun, what if that unlocks your abilities and doesn't actually blind you, but it makes you smarter, stronger? Because think about this. The sun feels really good on our skin, and it feeds the plants and feeds our bodies. So why wouldn't it be the same with our eyeballs? It's called sun gazing. Google it. And I haven't even bothered to Google it, honestly. But that's what it's called. It's called sun gazing. And some people think it's real and that it works. So there you go. And that's my advice for anyone, whatever. And it could be real. Definitely did not eat enough food today. I mean, I've been asleep all day, but still. And then I didn't get out of bed till 9:30, and then I was just, I didn't want to move around. So then I was sitting down, but then, I have to go to work at 10:45, and I really just don't want to move or go to work or do anything. So then I got out the door at 10:50, got to work late, as usual. I'm getting to work later and later again because I just don't want to, I'm so against wanting to go to work that I leave the house later and later, and then get to work later because I don't want to go to work. So then I get to, I'm a videographer, I'm an artist, I'm a cartoonist, I'm not a worker bee. I think, I think that's safe to say. I don't think that's that selfish to say, but I understand that my journey right now is probably to go to work today, so that's why I'm at work today, I think. And I'm just going by a feel-to-feel basis, day-to-day basis, I have to pick the right time to quit, and I'm trying to pick the right time right now, which should be very soon. I'm just trying to go by feels right now. I'm like a big jellyfish with its big, long dick. Nigger dick! Dead feelers. There's a car driving by. But you know how jellyfish have those super long feelers, or squids, or caterpillars? I guess a lot of animals have really long feelers. Gives me the feels. Remember when people say, that gives me the feels, or I've got the feels? I don't know if that ever caught on to mainstream society besides 4chan. But I don't know if, I actually don't know if I've ever said that. Like, it sounds like a very cringy line, but I'm probably start saying that from now on, because it's, try to bring it back, its cringiness back. This podcast gives me the feels, bro. Somebody write that in the comments. I'm getting the feels on my fucking dick. I'm getting the feels, bro. Fucking dead nigger AIDS feels. Dead AIDS faggot. Fuck. Feels, and gotta pick the right time to quit this job, and I think everyone can agree with that. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Everyone understands. Everyone agrees. Everyone concurs. You know why I have disagreements with women? It's because I think I am very lovable. It's just hard to find a woman who well, number one, all women, they don't even want to talk to me at all, probably, at all, because they are afraid of my power, and I think they can feel how powerful I am. And, when I'm sitting by myself at parties, and by parties, I mean, like, my sister's weddings or something, I think people are they can feel how strong, whoa, this guy has a big, powerful cock energy. And so I think all women, they're afraid of my power, and also they hate that I have a male dick and balls and smegma and semen and power. All women are jealous of your penis. Don't ever forget that. Write that in the comments. All women hate you for having a penis, having strength, having inner, outer strength, having mental clarity strength. Speaking of mental focus, my brain feels all messed up, man. I think Alzheimer's or whatever. You know how people say you get Alzheimer's from sugary, salty foods? I eat a lot of sugar, and I don't even like drinking water right now. I'm in a phase right now where I don't really enjoy drinking water. Maybe if I put a bunch of ice cubes in it, but I would rather drink anything besides water. I even bought some milk the other day, and I was drinking some milk. And I would have brought some pizza to work tonight, but it gave me diarrhea gas all night last night. And I was worried I might shit in the pool this morning at work, but I didn't, of course. But it gave me bad gas. The Little Caesars pizza, I think it was. And so I'm already hungry. I brought a little bit of food to work tonight, but obviously I did not eat. I haven't been eating nearly enough as I should, not even close. And that obviously does not help with being a human male or a human because you're supposed to eat, and I don't like eating very much. And I don't want to mess up my teeth, which are already getting messed up because I haven't worn braces since I was a teenager, and now my teeth are getting all crooked because I'm getting older, getting wiser, getting stronger. And, dead, gay, nigger, AIDS. Lots of gay, dead, nigger, AIDS, and lots of DNA. People are calling it DNAIDS. GDNAIDS, people are saying in the comments. And that stands for what I just said. GDNAIDS. And I invented that word, and I created that word, and I transmogrified and transmuted that word. I invented that. Gay, dead, nigger, AIDS, DNAIDS, for short. People can use the word if I give permission for most of my words, even though I do invent a lot of them. And that's the one I've been saying in my head a lot lately. I don't know why. It's just, at least for a few weeks, maybe a few months. At least a month. At least 2 months. Gay, dead, nigger, AIDS, and day, nigger, day, AIDS, gay, day, DNAIDS. DNA, but you mix it up with AIDS and you get DNAIDS. And I invented that. And pretty much anyone on Newgrounds can agree that I invented a lot of these words, and I got to make stuff this week, cartoons and puppets, and I gotta do something this week. Maybe take the train somewhere. Take the train. That sounds like it could be a song on Newgrounds. Every day I take the train down to Auschwitz, and I look at all the dead, gay, nigger, dead AIDS Jews in the ovens, and I put some firewood so to stroke the flame up higher, 'cause I got to get back to work because I got a big flat tire. I take the train down to Auschwitz, and I see a lot dead gay Jews in the ovens. I put some flames and I put some gas in the ovens, and I put some firewood in the stove, and I make sure that I cook 'em just like a turkey would, 'cause Thanksgiving's coming up. So you're going to see a lot of Ashkenazi people talking about how their uncle and aunt were turned into turkeys 70 years ago by the evil Germans. Du frosted milk. Du frosted milk. I wish I could speak German. It's really beautiful because they have that consonant sound. And I love that sound. Du frosted milk. Hey, we got German videos who might watch some of my videos. And I really like his conspiracy videos. You guys look up. I don't even think you'd find his channel because it's very underground. But it's Deutsche Videos. 7th channel? Something like that. And he barely uploads, but he's my German best friend on YouTube. He's the only German person I know, actually. I don't know any other German. Of course, my grandma's German. I think my grandparents came from Germany, from what I heard. So I'm also German, obviously. You know, I've got that youthful appearance in my skin. Talking about Hitler Youth. Hitler Youth. That's how German people sound. Hitler Youth. Welcome to Germany. No, that doesn't sound right. Welcome to Germany. We got Frankfurters, and we got the Bengendengers, and we got the Hachten and the Macken. We got the McDonald's. That's how they sound. To Americans, to dirty Americans like myself. That's how French niggers sound. Dirty American scum. So, if you guys got ideas, man, yeah, I can't believe I'm getting older, And I'm just like fucking around and turning into an old fucking walking, talking, crawling creature, corpse type of creation device, person, machine thing. I'm getting older, I'm getting wiser, but I'm also getting way more crippled and more lethargic, more tired, more bedridden, more questionable. I'm getting more questionable as I get older. I'm getting more, my body's getting more, what's it called? Slower, but like more decrepit, like a corpse. And the reason why my body's becoming more corpse-like from the dirt. Why aren't humans made from dirt, by the way? Dirt is very dirty and disgusting. So I think that's to tell us that we are dirty. We should be naked more. We are dirty like the nasty-ass dirt between your disgusting, faggoty nigger finger and toenails. We came from dirty bull crud. Did we come from dirt? That's what it says in the Bible. It says we came from dirt. And dirt, nobody likes dirt. They like to be clean. Think about that. Humans are unclean, made from the dirt by default. Interesting thing to think about there. Kind of an interesting thing to note there. Kind of an interesting little thing to think about that nobody ever brings up. Ever. I'm the only fucking nigger who ever brings up any new brilliant ideas. As far as I know, because I don't really talk to many people, but these are brand new ideas, and not enough people come up with new ideas. Everyone's so boring, gay-tarded, nigger, idiot retards because nobody comes up with cartoon ideas. They do. Some people do. Nobody comes up with new words. It's only me. Nobody makes up new languages. Nobody writes books about nonsensical gibberish enough. Nobody does that. Nobody, Snowbuddy, if we were in the snow, you would say Snowbuddy. Snowbuddy comes up with new, fun games and ironic jokes and twists and tales and podcast ideas and things like that. Nobody does this except me. I'm the only one in the entire universe. Look it up. Google it. Look it up. That's Joe Biden. Look it up, man. Anyway, look it up, man. Come on, man. Look it up, man. Trump. Come on, man. Look it up, man. Trump, man. Anyway, so I was looking down through the bathtub and I slipped, did stuff to my daughter. Look it up, man. I read her diary. Said I diddled in the bathtub. Look it up, man. Come on, man. Anyway, man. So anyway, look it up, man. Thanks, man. Hey, come on, man. I just want to eat some ice cream, man. That's Joe Biden. That's Biden. So, hey, hashtag I voted for him. I want him. Hey, hashtag 4 more years. Hey, hashtag 4 more years of Biden, right? I want that. Let's just do it. Let's just do 4 more years of Biden. Seriously. Let's just run this place into the ground even more. 4 more years. 4 more years of Biden. 4 more years of Biden. Let's just do it. Give me 4 years of Kamala's pussy. Not her. Just her pussy. And when she gives speeches, she puts the microphone up to her crotch and just makes nasty, dirty, gassy, smeggy, queefing sounds. And everybody's like, I voted for Kamala's pussy. I voted for it. And it's talking with all these weird sounds. You know, speaking of farting sounds, people used to think that they were messages from the gods. And they had translators who would translate your farts, like people translate your dreams. Farts used to be a big deal. They have Le Pétomane in France, the famous farter. Look him up. There's a famous fart recording of him from 1904 of his farts. And I listened to it. And I don't really get what the big deal was. He just sounds like he's farting. It didn't sound that amazing to me. And people are like, well, the way he does it, how does he fart on command? I'll tell you how. Before the show, just eat a big, cheesy plate of beans, and I could literally be the next Le Pétomane. I could be the next French famous farter. Because all you'd have to do, eat a big, cheesy plate of beans, and go in front of an audience and have someone play the piano and fart on the, oh, Jose, can you? And just like, I think I could do that easily, but you have to eat something before the show, otherwise it won't work. It will not work. You need beans before the show. I think that was the secret to how he was able to fart like that. I think maybe it was, I don't really think that. I think he was just talented. But honestly, I think you could just do that act if you just ate beans before the show. Anyone could be. Le Pétomane could be the famous farter of France in the 1900s before World War I, and he had to give up his farting for good to fight in the war. I don't blame him. I'm sure he blasted those Germans with nasty, dirty French farts. I hope he did. Because that would be funny if he did. That's why I hope. That's why I hope that he did. Fucking ass! That's why I hope Le Pétomane used French farts in World War I against the Germans. It's because that would be funny, because they'd be like, wait, what is that guy doing? And he's bent over, spread eagle, nude, farting at the Germans through a megaphone. And, all the world wars were all gay and fake and retarded. If you look up the armistice of World War I think it was World War I, all the people were just like, they stopped fighting each other during Christmas, and they were like, hey, war is fucking retarded for rich, satanic, J-ish, I'm not going to say the word J-ish, fake J-ish I should say, but J-ish nonetheless, satanic freaks, and we shouldn't be fighting this war, and then they all just hung out. And that's how all wars should be. Humans should not fight each other. I mean, unless you got, like, out-of-control melanins, which a lot of them get out of control because they're very low IQ and stuff. But if you got just normal people, just settle it through, talking. Just settle it through IQ and speech. You don't have to war, and war is evil. War is the most evil. I'd argue war is probably the most evil thing that even exists in this realm, even taking into account the drinking and eating of youngsters underground and doing all those other bad things to them through their holes and things. Even taking that into account, war, I don't know, do you guys think war is the most evil thing in this entire world? You can write in the comments. I think it might be, because so many people get hurt in wars. And that's why I think probably wars are probably the most evil thing. And they are ran. Wars are done. They are pushed and forced onto the public by evil faggots at the top, man, or should I say at the bottom, underground. If you saw the Highlander from the 80s, it is immortal beings who control humanity through the shadows. And these immortal beings can only die if they cut their head off in a violent way. And who's to say that's not... What if that's happening right now? What if there are 65,000-year-old vampire faggots underground who can't die, who reached the goal of immortality, and now they're just trying to control humanity from underground because they're immortal, and then they just live forever, and they just do all this evil stuff, and they try to control humans through underground. And what if that's the case? And here's something else to think about, maybe. What if... Oh, sorry. I'm just watching, there's someone by the bikes. I'm hoping it's not a thief trying to steal the bikes. Or maybe that's a plant. It's hard to tell from way over here if that's a person or a plant. It might be a leaf. What am I looking at? What if humans before... So if humans were created in the 1700s, what if the previous people you can call them people. What if the previous intelligent beings were giant ant creatures, and maybe they were like gonna die, like their species was gonna die from a virus or something? So then they created current humans and gave us all these holes, and that's where current humans come from. What if previous, because they're not even people, they're humanoid giant ants, for example. What if they're the ones who were really, really smart and strong and stuff, and then maybe they were gonna die, or they reached immortality, and then they had their species was going extinct for some reason. I don't know, but then something happened, and then so they were like, oh, we have to continue intelligent life, because no offense, but all the animals are retarded, right? Like, no offense, but, dogs are retarded. They're not as smart as humans, right? So then what if these giant ant creatures were like, we have to continue our intelligence? So then they created humans. And then that's where we came from. Like, think about that, for example, because if you get into what's it called? Transhumanism, putting humans into robots. What if that's what they did, except they put themselves into us instead of putting humans into robots? What if they put their intelligence into human bodies, and then they gave us holes because humans produce a lot of waste, and that's why we have all these holes. Although I guess animals have a lot of holes too, though. So anyways, because you have all these, 1700s artists depicting all this fascination with their holes. So it's like, maybe the previous people didn't have holes, or didn't make any waste, or didn't, you know what I mean? Didn't make any waste, because there were no sewers until recently. And the reason why there were no sewers is because the previous people probably didn't make waste, or they knew how to effectively get rid of their waste, such as electricity, turning poop into electricity. You can Google that. There's places in Britain that turn human poop into electricity. You can Google that. And or just that they didn't eat, or they didn't eat animals. They only ate maybe plants sometimes. I don't know. And they probably knew how to breathe properly. They probably lived longer. There's all these books, the Bible and all these books and religions that talk about people that lived for hundreds, thousands, millions of years old in Chinese cases. And so if people are living forever, basically, long ass time. And now they tell us we can only live 60 years or 80 years. It's like, well, what's the point? What are we going to accomplish in only 60 years or 80 years? Or 90 years? It's like, that's not that much time sometimes to accomplish stuff, compared to past humans who maybe lived 1,000 years or whatever. So, or maybe they were immortal. Maybe past humans were immortal. Think about it. And why is that so crazy to say? Because people have been searching for immortality for a long time, the fountain of youth. And maybe previous people found that fountain of youth. Maybe they did. I don't think that's that crazy to say. I think that could be very possible, very probable, given how smart they were. How beautiful the buildings they built were, the Notre Dame and all the other buildings, the Palace of Versailles I was looking at the other day. It's a very, very beautiful palace. My mom went there. I've never been there, or off this continent for that matter, but that place looks so pretty, Palace of Versailles. And it's just a joke. They just tell us, oh yeah, a guy converted his dad's hunting lodge into the most beautiful palace in the world. Wait, what? No. Kill yourself, AI, faggot, nigger, liars at Wikipedia. That is not what happened. You did not turn a wooden hunting lodge shed into a giant marble, beautiful man. My butt, dude. My butt, that's how that place was. No. I hate liars. I hate liars who lie to us about everything, especially important stuff. Especially about who we are and what we can do and our past and all this stuff. I hate that they're always lying to us and that we live in this realm that is nothing but lies. And all we're fed is lies from these sick, depraved faggots and just liars. And so I hate liars so much, so much. And there's a verse in the Bible, you know, I hate the wicked or something. I think it's I don't remember. I read it the other day. Cause anyways. So anyways, I'm gonna go for a second. I think if I could just force myself to do more exercise, then that would be a good thing for my brain and my body and everything. I can't be stressed enough how important exercise is for a person. And I just need to force myself to exercise, even though it's hard because I don't have a jungle gym built into my room. I don't have that. I could buy that, but I feel like my sister would think I was a weird person if I did that. And when it comes to buying or selling without the mark of the beast, the word sell in itself, why is that even in the New Testament, buy and sell? I think it's in the New Testament anyway, I don't know. It's redundant because buying and selling is already probably gay and retarded because it already insinuates using money, which is evil and gay and retarded and dead nigger AIDS. Sell is even a hint because the word sell comes from the word soul. Probably, and that's sell your soul. You are selling your soul when you're using money and buying stuff from whoever and for fake green cash, for example, you know. Sell comes from soul, selling your soul. Money comes from the moon. There's something to that as well, I don't care. And the next thing I want to go over is very important because a lot of young people don't get this because they don't understand, but well, maybe they get this, I don't know, but you don't need, in my opinion, you don't need weed or alcohol. You can get high other ways. For example, I was walking outside in the freezing cold at 4 a.m. the other day, and I got really high, just from walking in the cold. And there's ways that help you do this. You have to get cold, you have to walk or run or whatever. Maybe drink some water, like ice cold water while you're walking and running, or a soda pop or something. Something liquid, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be smegma or urine for all I care. It could be anything you want. You need a liquid, you need to walk or run or exercise, maybe at night. It doesn't matter, anytime. But nighttime's good because it's cold, and the coldness ups the high. And you can get high just from walking. I had a therapist tell me this once. She said, you don't need drugs to get high. I said, what do you mean? She said, you can get high just by breathing. And it's true, because you can. And you can get high from walking. It's called runner's high. You have walker's high. You have all these highs. And you don't even need weed or alcohol or anything gay, nigger-tarded like that. All you need is an open mind, an open brain surgery, open heart, open spread eagle holes, open smeg, smeg. All you need is freaking imagination. And it is unfortunate if I say nasty things, because nasty things don't come from the Lord, probably. They don't, probably. I don't know. So it's not good to say nasty things. So it's just fun to say nasty things, but it's not good, probably, because it's not from the Lord. It's from, I don't know what it's from, but it could be from the pits of hell. I don't know, but so it's not good to say nasty things, but sometimes a lot of people say nasty things. And I just say them because it's fun. I don't want to say them to anyone else. It's just when I do these podcasts, some bad words come out, and yada yada. Wilma! That's Fred from Fred Flintstones. That's my Fred. Wilma! That's my Fred Flintstone impersonation. Wilma! Barney, where are you, Barney? Wilma! It's kind of that old. So Hanna-Barbera cartoons, what they did, they had a faggy, niggy, wacky catchphrase. They would yell, "Smegma! Smegma!" They'd always yell some stupid "yabba dabba doo," or they'd always catchphrase "scooby dooby doo." You know, Hanna-Barbera threw those doos out there for sure. The Jetsons, I think, probably had catchphrases. I don't know. All Hanna-Barbera cartoons had silly catchphrases like that. Wilma! One of these days, Lucy, Alice, straight to the moon. You know, whatever. Hanna-Barbera. I don't know. I don't think Drake and Josh had catchphrases, but I think it would have been funnier if they threw those in. They had one, which was... Actually, you know what? They had several. They had Megan, and they had Hug Me, Brother, and they had they had those ones. If I made a show, if I made a Melanin Family show in the 80s or 90s, I'd have them all come in the living room, and Urkel would come in the living room and say, "Oops, did I give everyone in my family AIDS again?" And then and that would be his catchphrase. And then they would all pull out drug tests, and on the test it says positive for AIDS on all their even the young people in the show, even the youngsters, Urkel would give all them AIDS, and he would say his catchphrase, "Oops, did I give everyone I know AIDS again? Wilma! Urkel yelling Wilma like he dressed up in a Fred Flintstone costume. Wilma! You know what? If I made Inspector Gadget, if I was in the show Inspector Gadget, at the end of the show, just at least one time, I would say, "I'll get you, faggot. And I'd say, no, guys, I messed up the line, but keep it in the show. And everybody would watch the episode and they'd say, "I'll get you, faggot. And I would get away with it. It would end up on Lost Media Archives. Did Captain Hook one time in a Gadget episode say, "I'll get you, faggot"? Yeah, let's watch the clip here. "I'll get you, faggot." It sounds like faggot, but... So that's what I would... If I made Inspector Faggot, I would use that line at the end for the catchphrase. "I'll get you, faggot." And you know what? You never found out who the villain was, I don't think. Why he hated Inspector Faggot so much. So it's just weird. You never find out who the villain is, why he has an obsession with his cat, and why he hates Gadget, Baggett. And you never find out, where is Faggot's wife? Where is Penny's mom? Why is it a single dad? Why is Faggot a single dad? so many questions about Inspector Faggot that nobody really pays attention to or cares about because the show is so old and so boring. And so I don't blame anyone for not asking these questions because Inspector Faggot is boring. But I will say that the live action Inspector Faggot movies they made were actually pretty fun. They weren't very good, but they were fun. Like, they were funny and they were fun. They're just, I don't even know if they're funny, but they're just like fun because of how wacky they are. So a lot of people haven't seen Inspector Gadget live action movies. I'd recommend them because they're very silly. And I mean, they're so silly that it's like you're watching The Master of Disguise. You know, it's like you're watching one of those really terrible movies because of how silly and stupid they are. It's like that. So it's one of those movies which you don't really see anymore. Which you saw those in the early 2000s, and they don't really make those anymore. But you know, the worst movies ever made is arguably probably Baby Geniuses, or, you know, Look Who's Talking. You know, one of the basically baby movies. Baby movies are usually the worst movies ever made because they're so bad, and the babies talk, and it's just so cringe, and they're geniuses, and they have inventions, and there's green screens, and that's why the Baby Genius movies are really bad. What if I just got fired? What if I just... Because I'm not even patrolling right now like I'm supposed to be. I got here... Oops, I itch my nose. I got here 2 hours ago. And I still haven't done a patrol. And I've been sitting here for 2 hours in my car. I have not moved. In 2 hours. Been here for 2 hours and I have not moved. And they're paying me. But that'd be funny because I'm going to quit soon anyways. That'd be funny if they just fired me and then I could say, oh, okay, whatever, I don't care. I'd be like, that's fine. You're actually doing me a favor because I was actually about to quit. I'd be like, yeah, thanks, but you're actually doing me a huge favor by firing me because I was just about to fucking suck my smegma tummy fucking nigger fucker fuck. I was about to quit. So, Tourette's, words that come out of your mouth, those are unconscious symptoms, also called intrusive thoughts. I believe that intrusive thoughts could cause people to say dumb things, and that's called Tourette's maybe. And intrusive thoughts, sometimes it just feels good to say those things, like stupid faggot, nigger, AIDS, idiot, ass, fucking nigger, fucker, ass, fucking nigger, dead. And if you just get the words out of your mouth and out of your head, and I think that's why people say that stuff, is because I don't really know why, actually, but I think, write in the comments if that happens to you, because I imagine it probably happens to someone else, or I could be the only person in the universe, or there's all those fake faggot cock-sucking whores on Twitch who pretend to have Tourette's and they yell out bad words, because I imagine they're faking it, because all women are faking their orgasms and faking having Tourette's and faking everything about their lives. And sorry guys, so do you think Tourette's is real? Do you think other people have Tourette's? Do you think Tourette's is intrusive thoughts that blurt out as words? Do you think that's what Tourette's is and it's actually a fake mental illness? Because these people, if they tape their mouth shut, like the good little cock-sucking vaccine, I'm not supposed to say that word on here. Like, like the good little pill-pushing, pill-taking, magic antidote-taking people that they are. They could stay, I don't even know what I'm trying to say with this. People with Tourette's, it doesn't matter. If anybody asks me how I'm making money from now on, I already thought of an answer a long time ago, years ago. If people ask me how I'm going to say, well, do you know what RLS is? And they're going to say no, or they'll say yes, but can you tell me what it is? If you're Nick Senny, they'll say, yes, I do know what RLS is, but can you please tell me what it is anyways? Because I might have forgot. Is it Halloween Town 3? Is it Halloween Town 1? Is it Halloween Town 2? Calabar's Revenge? Also, the name Calabar is a very cute name. I would say, well, RLS is a disease that I have. And you'd say, well, what is it? And I would say, well, and I would point down to my penis, to my leg. I'd point down to my leg, and I'd start shaking my leg, and I'd say, ever heard, I don't know, I don't know, idiot. Have you ever heard of restless leg syndrome? And I'd start shaking my leg around, and then you'd hear that 50s music come on. Oh, shake it, don't break it. Come on, shake it, don't break it. Come on, shake, don't break. Come on, shake, 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 don't break. And I'd just shake my leg around, and I'd say, they're paying me to have this, or to have RLS, restless leg syndrome. It's a real disease. You can Google it, and they'll tell you that it's real on Wikipedia, so that means it's real. And he'll say, well, are you faking it? Could you just be shaking your leg? I say, oh, you do not want to ask disease havers if they're faking their disease. Because look at my leg, and I'm shaking my little leg around like a dumb faggot fucking nicker. And I'm shaking my leg around, and people are looking at my leg, and they're throwing me money, and they're throwing me honey, and I've got a top hat on the street, and I shake my leg, and I say, anything helps. By the way, I have RLS, no big deal, don't have pity on me, but there you go, in parentheses. Oh, that's in parentheses. And people walk by and they throw money in my hat as my leg shakes the smeg and cum off of it. And they're throwing money in my hat. On my Patreon, it says, I have RLS disease. I have restless leg. My leg never stops shaking. Don't break. And to quote Elvis Presley, by the way, Elvis Presley's daughter, Jessie Presley, looks exactly like Margot Robbie because they're the same people. They're most likely CLONED. Look up Jessie Presley and Margot Robbie. It's the same person. Hollywood is filled with C loans, and we all know this because they just made a movie last year about C loans because everything is revealed eventually. So what happens is they're revealing truth to people, or they're revealing their secrets of their lies to the general public through films and stuff like that, and books and stuff like that. And the reason why they're doing that is because they know that all the truth will be revealed eventually. Anyways, all truth will be eventually revealed. And so, because we all know that all the truth will come out, right? That's a phrase. We all know that the truth will be revealed and the truth will come out. And because everyone already knows that, that's why they're releasing this stuff in fake forms. It's called Revelation of the Method. Google it, Revelation of the Method. We all know this. But I think they're also revealing it just because they know it'll come out eventually, that they're all underground eating youngster blood. And so that's why they're going to make movies about that soon, I think. I can't quite think of movies in particular that show that quite yet. Besides all the cannibalistic Netflix shows they make, none of them really involve youngsters yet, but that'll come because that's what they're doing. They're eating youngsters underground. That'll come out eventually. You know, we saw the deity parties, we saw the Yipstein parties. You know, all that stuff will come out, and they're all... I doubt that they'll get any punishment in this realm because they just go to Jizreel or underground. Jepstein's probably underground right now. They will get punishment after, but I don't know if they're going to get punishment right now. Because, I mean, you're seeing people like Ellen DeGeneres leave the country right now. Why do you think she's leaving the country right after this Dee Dee scandal came out? It's because, I don't know, but I think I think she'd be totally safe right here. The only thing that could hurt Ellen DeGeneres is if actually the people woke up and knew that she was underground eating youngster blood, which she is. and went to her house and found her, but they're all probably living underground anyways. And let's just say had a good old-fashioned witch hunt, and let's just say there was a large wooden cross burning like it should be, with some of these interesting characters on it. That's all I can say, which I really wish that would be the case. That should definitely be the case for all these creatures, people, whatever you want to call them, but we don't see that happening right now, which is very unfortunate, but that's the way it is. And instead, what do you have? You have Republicans, and you have people saying, Trump will save my cock, he'll eat my dick, he will save the country, he will save us, he will throw Clinton in jail, she will rot in prison, she will... Even if they threw her in jail, it'd probably just be a clone. Probably wouldn't even be the real one, number one. But she's probably safe underground like the rest of them, that's what I'm saying. But it's always like, let's not take matters into our own hands. Let's have Trump save us all. Let's have him do everything for us. Let's not go on a public witch hunt and do this ourselves, which is the only way that you will ever see real, true justice, is if the communities do that by themselves. If they don't do it, Trump's not going to do it. If he does do it, he's going to fake it the same way the woman in Pretty Woman faked that orgasm at the table. Okay? And, which is a very funny, iconic scene from Pretty Woman. You know what? I'll have what she's not having, because I didn't vote. I would never vote for Trump or anyone else. Any billionaires, any millionaires. Maybe a millionaire, but definitely never a nigger billionaire like Trump, or... They're all in a faggoty club, and no thank you. I know they're all fucking fag-sucking Jew cock and Jizrael all the time, so no thank you. And, so that's the only way you'd ever see true justice, but all of our community members and co-workers and village members are also brainwashed that you don't see witch hunts anymore. You see them go to I'm going to save the country by going and voting every 4 years. Oh, things are getting better, look. Except, no, they got way, way fucking worse. And they're going to keep getting worse no matter what. No matter who you vote for once every 4 years, like that does anything. You know what you need to be doing? You need to be working on it every day, not once every 4 years. You need to go out with your community and witch hunt these niggas. And you need to... do that, and you don't think you can't just think, oh, I'm gonna go write my name on a piece of paper. I saved democracy. I saved the country. Meanwhile, look at our faggoty country. It's a pathetic joke. The people in Carolina who were hit by a giant weather weapon by our government, who did not send anyone to help them at all, because we're all on our own. We're all on our own. Your faggoty nigger government's not coming to save you. Fagma, FEMA, Smegma's not coming to save you. You're all on your own, probably. And, of course, I'm saying to pray as much as possible to Hashem. But if you're like an agnostic person, then I guess try to rely on your own personness, your own skills for when the time comes when your town is hit by a weather weapon or whatever happens in the future, you know what I mean? Because that's what I'm talking about. And I'm thinking instead of going and living off-grid, which I might do, I might just buy a condo on-grid maybe, so I could walk to the grocery store and stuff. I don't know. So, write in the comments, off-grid or buy a condo. Write in the comments what do you think I should do. I'm still trying to figure it out, and stuff like that. And so that's what I'm thinking about. By the way, this channel recently hit 500 subscribers, so that's cool. This channel took a long time to reach that, because this channel has surprisingly not been taken down for a long time. I want to say it's been like 1 or 2 years since I had to start this channel, and it's still here, which is which is good, I think. I think that's good. I got thousands more videos on my hard drive that I could post from old previous podcasts and stuff, and maybe I'll put them on the Humble page, my Humble page or something. I don't know. So we will see, and well, now I've almost been here for about 3 hours, so I should probably, I guess, do a patrol, because I don't think my boss is going to be very happy if they see that I'm not even walking around the hotel area at all, if they check on that, which sometimes they probably do. The problem is it's just very cold out there, and I'm just feeling very lethargic today. It makes me feel like, geez, maybe I really do have quote-unquote restless leg syndrome, schizophrenia, whatever, because I got out of bed at 9:30 p.m., which is kind of late for a boy my age, and then I barely get to work on time because I really don't want to go to work, and then I really just stick my buns in my chair and try not to go to work, but then maybe anyway, so that'd be cool if I took the train this week to see my favorite dog. I have a favorite dog, and could take the train to go see that dog. It's a very good dog. It's the best dog in the universe. I already told you this, but I could talk about her forever because she's my favorite dog, and I could just talk about her forever. I think that's how some parents might feel about their kids, but that's how I feel about this Doge. Because she's just the best dog ever. She's so cute, and she's the best dog in the entire freaking universe who's ever created. She's the best dog who was ever born and ever created in the entire history of all of humankind and ant kind and dog kind and every kind of kind. And one time I asked the dog, I whispered into her big, floppy, adorable ear, and I said, "Are you based?" And she whispered back into me, and she said, she said, GTK RWN, which stands for gas the race now. So gas the gas the trikes. Base war now. She whispered back into my ear through little barks and little yaps in her dog language. Is so cute. But But at the end of the day, come on guys, let's admit this for a second. At the end of the day, maybe, there's nobody else like me and there's nobody else like you. And I don't know how people operate all day, and you don't even know how I operate all day. Maybe some of you are curious, what does Jared do all day? How does he operate all day? It's not a big secret. I spend a lot of time in bed watching YouTube videos and making cartoons. That's kind of how I operate. But I'm actually extremely curious how other people operate. And I don't really get to... I know I see some people operate, like my sister or my mother or whoever, but I'm still curious about how other people operate who I don't see, which is most people. I don't see most people. And I'm often curious about how they operate and what their schedule is like, what their day is like. I'm extremely curious, but I'm not sure if my curiosity will ever quite be satiated by this stuff. And so I haven't been reading the Kabbalah book much lately at all, and I haven't been reading enough Jewish stuff lately at all. It's just been, I guess, they say that you get Alzheimer's from not keeping up with reading Jewish stuff. That's what some Kabbalists say and stuff. And so angels take the knowledge back out of your head if you don't keep keep on it. That's what they say in these Jewish mysteries. And that's how they think people lose their memories, because angels take them, because people are not being holy, or, well, not, but they're not being studious with the Jewish literature. And so they think that angels will take the knowledge from your head, which gives you Alzheimer's and dementia. They also say that the angels put you to sleep when you read the Kabbalah and Jewish literature, because they're afraid of how powerful you're getting. So when you read this stuff, you start getting very sleepy. I'm not making this up. This is literally what they say. So that, and I do get very sleepy when I read, but it's just when I read, it's not really particularly that. I get sleepy when I read anything. It puts me right to sleep. But anyways, they say that about this Jewish stuff is because the angels don't, they're like, whoa, this guy, we got to put a stop to this. We don't want him learning too much. He's getting too powerful. And then they make you sleepy, because they don't want you learning this. And that's why you get sleepy when you read Jewish Kabbalah stuff. That's what they say. So you guys can believe whatever you want, and, just like Halloween, you can be whatever you want on Halloween, and Halloween is every day, and you can be whatever you want, because that's Halloween, and that's every day. You can always be whatever you want. Every day is the day of salvation. Every day is a brand new day where you can do whatever you want, and you can change whatever you want, and you can change it up, slurp it up, drink it up. You can do things differently each day. You can try. Every single day you can try to do better, or try to do worse, or try to do something different every single day. And I think that's cool, and I think that's important. And, important. Import the ants. I don't know. Anyways, I think that's cool. And I think that's kind of like Scooby-Doo Ghoul School from the 1986 movie, Scooby-Doo Ghoul School. And it was a good movie, and that was one of my favorite Scooby-Doo movies, along with, I know people say they don't like Return to Zombie Island, but I actually liked Scooby-Doo Zombie Island. I thought it was a very, very fun movie. And I liked that Scooby-Doo movie too. Even though, yeah, so. Hi. There are 3 types of gay, dead, nigger, AIDS, idiot, bastard, evil, faggot, fucking, nigger, faggot, fucking, evil, fucking, nigger, faggot, fucking. There's 3 types of people. Fighters, aka warriors and workers. And the second type is prayers, that's me maybe. And the third type is studiers. Write in the comments. Women don't apply to this. I don't know anything about women. I don't want to know anything about women. I gotta be quiet. I'm gonna wake people up in the hotel. But there's 3 times in the public bathroom. I just brushed my teeth. There's 3 types of people. There's fighters, men, warriors. There's prayers. I think that's me. Also, that goes in line with thinkers, maybe. Thinkers and prayers I'm putting into one big category group of synonymous people. And the third group is studiers. Wait, studiers might be a good one for thinkers too. Anyways, those are the 3 types of people. Write in the comments what kind of fucking person you are. And, if you want to, you don't have to. You don't have to write a comment. And, I think it's important. I think it's important to come alive at night. I think it's important to come alive. And you can breathe new life into your body if you force yourself to focus, your mental focus and energy and your mental. You have to force yourself to do something such as exercise or whatever. But even more than that, because exercise is brainless, okay? You have to force yourself to focus your mental energy and your mental focus on something. It doesn't matter what it is. You have to force yourself to force your mental focus on a thing, on something. It could be a book or an idea or a research thing. It could be anything you want. It doesn't matter. And think about it, analyze it, visualize it, sexualize it, sodomize it, think about it, analyze it, all that stuff. And that will bring new life into your head if you fucking force yourself to think about stuff. Because if you don't force yourself to think, and you lay in bed all tired like a dumb bag of gay nigger, then you will have life taken out of your body, kind of, and you will become a dementia corpse if you don't. You'll become a dementia corpse if you don't force your brain to focus on mental focus on stuff, important stuff to you or anyone, something. It doesn't matter what it is, You have to force yourself to fucking focus on it and mentalize it and sexualize it and sodomize it and ventilize it and blah blah blahlize it. You have to force yourself, and then this will stop the process of aging a little bit, and this will keep you alive longer and make you healthier mentally, maybe a more longer-izer, and this will fix things and breathe new life into you. And you have to force yourself to do stuff, otherwise you will turn into a sleepy dementia corpse, and you don't want that to happen because that's gay. So don't do that, and don't screw that. Please don't do that. Force yourself to read a book, force yourself to fuck a suck and tuck a crook, force yourself to fuck a faggot fucking nigger cook, fuck. Force yourself to do anything, and it will be a good thing if you force yourself to do something that uses your brain a little bit. And I think that's a really good idea and really good advice, so please do that. Please do that if you want to, only if you want to. This is just my advice. This is my advice. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Quiet. I don't want to wake up the tenant. I don't want to wake up the tenants. I don't want to wake them up. So I did get pretty tired. I haven't read Jewish stuff in a long time. So I was reading tonight in the car, and I tried to read for about 20 or 30 minutes, and then I got tired and I kind of closed my eyes for like 45 minutes. Because like I said, guys, reading this stuff will make you sleepy because the angels put you to sleep when you read this stuff. But anyways, it does get weirder and weirder sometimes with this book, which is called the Zohar. And probably weird, I mean, just like more confusing, like it's very, very different from any other book you've ever read, because it's very intriguing. And so, like I read a long chapter last time about a guy who learned magic from a crow, in the book, and then I thought, what the heck did I just read? But I definitely liked these chapters more than that chapter, I think, to be honest with you. So the chapters I read today, this is going to blow your freaking mind. If anyone's even paying attention to this and listening to this, this is going to blow your effing mind. I don't think you're ready for this. You know what I was interested in? You know what I was just kind of intrigued in and interested in? it was learning like the most sacred or the most powerful words ever in the universe that can be uttered in this realm. And I already know one of the big words, obviously, one of the most, if not the most powerful word you can say in this realm, which is, to put it simply, I guess I'll just reference Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay? So anyways, and so that's probably the most powerful word in the realm. Maybe. But then I was wondering if there's one even more powerful than that I don't even know about. I mean, you can look up which one I'm talking about. It's used in like every single magic sigil and scroll and all that stuff. Word used for protection. Anyway, it's 4 letters long. Is the one I know. But I wondered if there's one that I don't even know about, and I bet that there probably might be. In fact, I bet that there is. Possibly a word even more powerful, and I thought that would be interesting to figure out what that was. Honestly. So, I don't know, maybe I can pray about it or something, but anyways, that was just off topic, but what the chapters I read about today was, women, and, why they are not obsessed, but why so many women get interested in witchcraft, which, that is interesting, because if you look around, you notice most witches are women, of course, right? And the reason for this is because when the serpent came and injected itself into Eve, it left some of that, serpent DNA in her body, which was not healed when the Torah was given at Mount Sinai, because the Torah in the Bible, it said it was given to the children of Israel, or the Hebrew word of children is sons. So the secret is actually that the Torah was literally actually only given to the men at Mount Sinai and not the women. Interesting, right? And when this Torah was given to the men at Mount Sinai, it healed them of their curse type thing from the Garden of Eden. But since women did not receive Torah at Mount Sinai, they kept their curse from the serpent. That's one reason, and the second reason is obviously because on the Kabbalistic tree, men are on the right, and the right side is, I think, wisdom and holiness or something. And I'm talking about I don't know, what is it called, Hesed or something on the right, and women are on the left, in the left side of the tree. Like where Gevura is, which is judgment. So they're already clinging to the left side of judgment, and so that's also why the spirit of defilement, of evil, is easier in them to attract them to witchcraft. And witchcraft in the Zohar is described as using your natural abilities and gifts for evil, which I think is actually a pretty cool definition that I've never heard before. And I think it makes sense. To me, I always thought of witchcraft was like some satanic kind of magic where you get a bunch of twigs and sticks and shove them up your beep, Jerry Springer show, beep, 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 Jerry, where you just do weird, evil stuff with, fluids and, I don't know, just doing creepy, weird shit in the woods. That's always kind of how I thought of witchcraft, but if you think of it as using your natural gifts and abilities for evil purposes, I think that's probably a better definition. And I know I talk a lot of crap on women, but that's just because, I ain't getting none, so to speak, you know what I mean? And so, it's easier for men to purify themselves than women to do the same. And I read that as well. And I'm not making that up, you know what I mean? And the other thing is that so that's why there's more female witches than male witches. It attracts women easier because they're on that left side, and because of the serpent DNA from the garden. And for men, it's easier for men to purify themselves and stuff like that. You're not supposed to engage with women who are on their menstrual period. Hashem says that in the book, in the Old Testament. Don't hang out with women who are menstruating, because when they're menstruating, they are like in the spirit of defilement, basically being defiled, basically. You know what I mean? And women, in the Zohar it says, are much spiritually higher than men, because like spiritually more elevated, or I don't know how to put this, like more spiritually evolved than men, because they have and the reason for that they say is because they have more intuition and more emotional sensitivities and sensitivities to other random stuff. They're more sensitive and they're more intuitive. And I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if I believe in women's intuition. You can write in the comments if that's a real thing, if you think that's real. It could be real. I mean, I'm not a mom. I have no idea. The definition of intuition I think of discernment, and I think naturally I think I have extremely high discernment between you and me. I could be wrong about that, but I think I have really good discernment, and I think I've always had that, maybe, or maybe got that when I was older. I can't think of. So I don't know. That could be true that women have good intuition. I just don't know how to. I don't know how to conceptualize that. I don't know what that means exactly. You guys can write in the comments if you think women have good intuition, or you think that's just a bunch of bull crud. Because I don't know what to think about that. When I think of intuition, what does that mean exactly? I've heard the term women's intuition plenty of times before, but I'm not sure exactly how to pinpoint that. Like, what does that do? What does that mean? Does that just mean they have a spider sense and they can sense danger or something? Is that what intuition means or something? And anyways, so I was curious about women, so I was reading some chapters on women from the Zohar and stuff, and it's about witchcraft. I told you about that, and yeah. Anyways. Because, yeah, you always see witches in the woods, and they're always women, I am curious why women, so I read that chapter, and I said, oh, interesting. I was trying to find the reason for it. And I know a lot of Christians are against magic. I don't think in the Bible it says not to do magic. I think it just says not to do witchcraft. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think people do use magic all the time in subconscious ways we don't even understand. So I don't think we should be afraid of magic or anything like that. I think, yeah, we probably shouldn't sacrifice goats to demons in the woods and do witchcraft. But I think magic could be used for good or evil, I suppose. And so I think it might be an interesting thing to learn for anyone about magic, I guess. I guess just be careful, I don't know, and something like that. I know it says you're not supposed to talk to spirits and demons and stuff like that, of course, so, and anyways. I don't really know anything about magic, so that's all I'm going to say about that. But, next thing I want to talk about really quick from another chapter I read is, very interesting. So there's 3 huge points I need to make that kind of really blew my mind, and I think they're going to blow your mind as well. So when you're praying to Hashem, the thing is, or praying to God, right? God is, I don't even know how to describe him, but let's just say he doesn't need thanks or praise. And I know a lot of people who pray, they're always just saying thank you and praising him. That's what I do anyways. But it's said in this chapter he doesn't need thanks or praise, because he doesn't need that, obviously. He's got everything he needs, I think. And So anyways, when you're praying to Hashem, what you're actually praying to is Zerinpine, which I think you can kind of think of as heaven, sort of. Zerinpine is an upper world. It's above our current world. Our current world is Malkuth or Nukva, whatever you want to call it. Those are the terms used for it. Malkuth or Nukva. And when you're praying, you're literally praying to the upper worlds, the heavens, basically. And these heavens, when you're praying to Hashem or God, you're not actually praying to God. Maybe you're praying to the heavens. Is what I was understanding from this chapter. You should just read the chapter yourself, anyways. But basically, what I was getting is that these heavens above are, when you're praying to them, you're making a connection between you and them, and between this world and that world. The two worlds are lower, shittier, gay world, and then the upper, nicer, prettier, mostly white world. That's a joke right there, and so when you're when you're creating a bridge, a connection between these two worlds, the upper world that's filled with nice blessings is sending blessings and positive qualities and to your body and soul, and blessing you, and then sending you and helping you dissolve your negative traits and stuff like that. Which I thought, wait, so am I even praying to God, or who's getting my prayers here? Very mind-blowing chapter. Next important thing I want to discuss is that your judgments are excuse me. Your judgments are God does delight in judging and removing the wicked, but only after they commit as much wickedness as they're allowed to. After they go above and beyond that amount, then he delights in their destruction, basically. Everyone is given an amount of wickedness that they're allowed to do in this realm. After they go above and beyond that, you're done. When you go to sleep, more huge mind-blowing things here. When you go to sleep, I'm telling you, this whole book is just mind-blowing. And I'm literally getting a blowjob on my mind because it keeps getting blown. I just said another joke there. And so when you go to sleep, your soul is judged every single night. Because I told you guys this before, that Sam is also the ruler of the dream world of, what's it called? Yesod, which is the world directly above ours that our souls go to when we fall asleep and dream. And when we go into that dream world, we're judged every night, and they decide whether or not your soul merits life, and if it does, it sends you back down to your body, and then you wake up the next day. And you have to admit, a lot of people do die in their sleep. I mean, admittedly, when they're pretty old, but you do hear about people dying in their sleep. So I thought that was interesting, because to me it meant maybe their soul gets judged, and he says, you're done, and then they die in their sleep. That's kind of what I thought of. Last mind-blowing thing I want to go over. There was one more, and I don't know if I even remember it because it's hard to remember stuff. Let me see. So what I went over with you right just now was women in witchcraft, soul going up every night when you sleep for judgment. Oh, the last thing I remember. So you're not judged by the evil you do, but you're judged by the good that you do. So this is why there's an importance in Catholicism and Jewishness on charity, and especially good deeds, right? So what this is that instead of being judged on your evil deeds, you're judged on your good deeds that you have done, but mostly on the ones that you will do in the future that benefit others. So because man is wicked and stuff, it's like, if he judged us right now on this, he'd be like, oh, you haven't done many good things, okay, you're dead, But how this is dealt with is that you're judged on your good deeds that you've done, and that the ones you'll do in the future, because Hashem can see the future. And there are evil spirits who can kind of see into the future as well, maybe. And that's also why I think Hashem frowns upon talking to spirits, divination, and fortune telling. I forgot the fancy word for fortune telling. I forgot what it is, or whatever. is because supposedly some of these evil spirits can kind of see a little bit into the future as well, and that's not good, because they're defilers. They're attached to this realm, and they defile anyone they touch. You get defiled. And the problem is the spirit of death, the serpent of death, which is people's evil inclinations and their evil sinful nature and stuff. The serpent of death will kind of be a thorn in this realm's side until it's destroyed completely, until God will destroy it and the wicked at the same time, and then people here will live forever. That's the thing. The righteous will live forever, and the wicked and the serpent of death will be destroyed by God's hand someday. It says, I don't know when, but someday. And so that's cool, I think. And so yeah, those were 4 big mind-blowing topics there that I'll go over real quick right now. Women in witchcraft, number 1. Number 2, judged on good. Number 3, soul judged every night when you sleep. Number 4, I fucking forgot already. But anyways, there was a lot of mind-blowing stuff that I read tonight from this book, which is the Zohar. That's the main book that I read for Jewish stuff. And there's a free Zohar app on your phone that you can use to read this stuff. It's very intriguing. And you might be confused at first, because I'm actually still confused, but it's interesting stuff. So that's why I read it. And I heard from some rabbi that one way to repent is basically to pray and read the Word of God. So that's what I try to do in some way to repent, and to do good deeds as well. Helps with, like I said earlier, repent. And so that's how I view that. But it's just a mind-blowing book. It really is. And I don't know anyone else who talks about this book. There's a conspiracy Christian guy I watch who hates Jewish books. I don't know if he hates the Zohar, but he definitely hates the Talmud, which is another story for another day, right? And other important Jewish books. And the problem with this, why they hate these Jewish books, is because they read the literal translation and they don't read between the lines. They're not reading the numerology. They're not reading the gematria. They're not reading the metaphorical definition. They're not reading like somebody could read the New Testament and see the chapter. I actually don't even, this might be Old Testament. I don't even know if this chapter is in the New Testament or the Old Testament, but a lot of atheists read the chapter in the Old or New Testament, whatever, about God having them crush the babies' skulls upon the rocks or something like that. That one really bloody chapter in the Bible. I don't remember which book it's in. And then they say, look, God is bad. Look at this chapter. Look at this verse. He said this is really, really bad stuff that he did. And then a lot of atheists take that chapter, or they take random chapters like the homo agenda. They say, oh, you sleep with another man and you get stoned to death? That's evil. You can't just stone someone to death because they slept with a man in bed. And a lot of atheists like to grab onto these verses. But the problem with that is they're not reading into what the verse actually means. Like, for example, in the Talmud, when it says Jesus Christ is boiling in poop in hell, what that's talking about is not that he's actually boiling in poop in hell, which is what a lot of Christians don't like about the Talmud, specifically that chapter. What that chapter is actually talking about is that Christ it comes from the Sephirot of judgment, which is like hell, kind of, right? And it's actually a very complicated chapter to go over. I'm not even knowledgeable in the chapter very much, so I can't even go over it, but I guess you'll just have to trust me on this one. It's not actually about him boiling in poop. It's actually way, way, way deeper than that. I'm trying to come up with an example here. It's like, let me see if I can think of an example. It's like, I guess it would be like, I guess it would be like the letter Yod in Hebrew, which like means the word hand, and the numerical the numerical definition is 14, and that's because there's 14 bones in your hand. So do you see how it wasn't even about the letter anymore? It became something way different, and then I think you guys can get what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is that if you read the literal translation, Jesus is boiling in poop, you'll be like, oh, that's gross. What is that? That's nasty. But if you read The Old Man in the Sea, and you just read it as an old man who died at sea to a whale or whatever the gay book was about, you're missing the entire point of the book, which is that the old man was like depressed or something. I haven't read the book since high school. I just remember it had like it had another meaning to the book besides an old man just dying to a gay whale at sea. If you read the Old Man in the Sea book when you were a youngster, which I was forced to read that book, and you know what? It was a decent book. It was a decent book for, as far as books go. What was an interesting book was The Giver. When I think they take them to Carousel, I think, when they hit like 30 years old, and they just kill them. I think that's The Giver, or maybe that's another one, but they take them into this building when they hit 30, and they just freaking kill them or something. And The Giver, that book's crazy, dude. They made us read that book too. They made us read some weird books, man. And then as in high school, some weird books. And then just think about this, right? People are always going crazy on social media, like, what? Donald Trump said that Biden likes to suck his own farts up his ass? Like, people get all sucked into the drama of political theater and all this crap that doesn't matter at all, really, instead of like reading God's word and stuff. You don't see people discussing God's word online on social media. It's always just about, what? Trump crapped out a golden egg and it turned into a little miniature Biden creature, homunculus? And now he's fucking eating its ass? Like, they're never about, like, you know what I mean? It's always just, all the stuff you see on Twitter is all just this stupid crap that doesn't matter at all. Like, none of this crap matters at all. Like, we should just be, like, reading as much as we can and researching into this godly stuff and interesting stuff. But then you go on Twitter and everyone's just talking about, oh, what? Biden kissed Trump on the lips? And then they started making out? And it's just like, people just get sucked into all this random drama and theater and nonsense, That's the serpent of death, trying to grab people, trying to get them addicted to this world, trying to get them interested in this world, trying to get them interested in material, worldly things, trying to get them interested in secular things, trying to get them interested in ungodly, nonsensical bullcrap things, trying to get them, hook their attention, take their attention away from cool Jewish books and stuff, trying to grab their attention. Look at this anime picture, look at this new game that's coming out, look at this new song, look at this adult film, look at this sports game, look, the Kings are winning, they're up by 5, look, post on social media, the Kings won. It's just like, it's just, you know what I mean? It's just, man. It'd be cool, instead of walking around, like maybe crawling or doing some other type of movement besides walking. I think that'd be cool. Just like some type of crawl, some type of movement besides walking. I'm so bored of walking sometimes. It'd just be cool to spice it up and You know, just fucking jumping, hopping, some kind of movement. Some kind of movement or something, man. One more thing, to quote Jackie Chan Adventures. One more thing. One more thing, Jewish thing I want to go over real quick is that, So one more thing I want to go over is that, my brain is broken. I don't know. I can't keep a straight thought for more than 2 seconds. I just had it in my head and I thought, I'll record it, but then now I forgot what it was. So what it is that when you do a negative action or a negative deed or whatever, or a sin or whatever, because there's time in this realm, you don't immediately see the negative consequence to that negative deed. So what happens here? So what happens is there's a consequence to every negative deed you do, and you don't immediately see the consequence, right? Because there's time. And so what happens is you do something bad and then you forget about it. And then let's say 5 or 23 days later or something, or 28 days later, something negative happens to you. And that negative thing that happened to you was possibly a consequence of that bad thing you did 28 days ago. But you forgot all about that thing you did 28 days ago. You forgot you did something naughty. Someone's been fucking naughty. Someone's been really naughty. So people forget because of time. And they thought, oh, this random thing happened to me. God did this to me. Why did he do this to me? Why did something bad happen to me today? I've been doing so good this week. I've been a good boy all week. But they don't remember 28 days ago they kicked a puppy in the ass in the ribs. And the puppy exploded into a billion little pieces. They don't remember they did that. Or they didn't put the dots together. They didn't think, oh, because I kicked that puppy, now I'm going to prison 28 days later? Well, I'm sorry, was kicking a puppy illegal? That it exploded, it wasn't my fault, you know? So people forget about that, and then, I think that's why the Illuminati, you know, they all know Kabbalah. That's why they all wear red bracelets, thinking that a red bracelet will protect you from harm, even though they're doing unspeakably evil things. So of course that's ridiculous. But like I just said, there's the law of, I forgot what it's called, the law of actions or something. The law is that you do something bad, something bad happens to you. I guess it's called karma, right? Karma. And so, what they're doing, the Illuminati, they're doing these terrible things, but they're disguising it as, I don't know how to put this, but the point is, they're leading a lot of people to sin. A lot of people to sin. You're saying, what do I mean by that? Well, every single TV show, they're pushing, transsexuality on, youngsters, right? They're pushing homosexuality on youngsters, right? Every single TV show, right? They're pushing that gay ass shit. So, and the Bible's very clear that if you lead others to sin, then it's really, really bad news for you. And that's what they're doing. They're leading a lot of people to sin, which is very sad. Which honestly, I don't even get homosexuality because girls are way hotter than dudes. So it makes no sense why fags would even be gay in the first place. It makes no sense. Changed my mind. I have no idea how anyone can be gay at all. Especially lesbians, because think about how hard they have to fight their female intuition to give birth to a baby. You know, I think a lot of lesbians are actually bisexual and actually secretly mostly straight. And they go through a rebellious phase in their 20s. I'm a lesbian. I eat muff all day long. But then when they hit 30, they're like, okay, I'm done pretending. I need to find a man and get pregnant right now. And bye-bye. Bye-bye, Jezebel. I'm dumping you. I'm going to go date Mike Chaddington. Bye-bye, Muffington. Bye-bye, Sluffington. Bye-bye. Hey, wasn't Sluffington the name of Doug Funny's city in the show Doug Funny? Buffington? What was his town's names? Muffington? Duffington? Buffington? It was something, I can't remember the name. Jan would know because Jan was a huge connoisseurist of Doug, the show, and he's seen like a ton of Doug. And Jan loves Doug. But I can't get a hold of him. I haven't got a hold of him in a while. And which is nothing new. It's hard for me to get a hold of people. Because people are busy with their own lives, I guess. I don't know how people work, but it's often hard for me to get a hold of people. Especially when their name is Jan. Hard to get a hold of people nowadays. So, but Bluffington, it's Bluffington, I think. I think it's Bluffington. Interesting name for a town. And Doug the show. Anyway, I've actually seen Doug the movie several times. I would watch it like a few times a year. I don't even remember why. I think I thought the movie was really cringy and shitty, but I can't remember why I watched it so much. I mean, I like watching bad movies, but I don't remember specifically why I watched Doug the movie so many times. I've seen it a lot of times. But I can't remember why I watched it so much. Like other bad movies, I can think of why I love watching them. Like, my favorite movies of all time is Cyber Seduction. And that one is hilarious and fun, and also kind of has become, in a strange way, become the plot of my own life. You could probably say. And other movies I loved watching, rewatching, or Troll 2 is great. And Greasy Strangler I love. And Storytelling by Todd Solondz, another really fun movie. And what else? Greasy Strangler, Troll 2, Storytelling, and Cyber Seduction, and Doug the movie I watched. Yellow Dino was a funny one. What other movies do I like? Oh man, I don't know. That's about it. Those are my top 5, I think. And of course, I love watching that Disneyland video. Type in "Golden Girls Go to Space Mountain," and it's on YouTube. And it's like 40 minutes long or so. And I've watched that video a lot, but I haven't watched it too much lately for some reason. But I definitely have seen that video. That's my favorite video of all time. Is "Golden Girls Go to Space Mountain." Favorite YouTube video. And anyway, so oh man, the work day just goes by so slow here. I'm glad it's been normal and I haven't had to deal with noise complaints. And it hasn't even been as cold as it was yesterday. Yesterday was extremely cold. Extremely cold. Today it's not as cold, or it doesn't feel as cold. I'm gonna have to check the temperature to see if I'm imagining things, or Hashem's keeping my car warm or something. But I can go home in 2 hours. Thank God. I want to get out of here so bad, and maybe I should take the train somewhere this week. to visit that dog I like, my favorite dog. She's a small dog, but she's my favorite dog. And go home in 2 hours. So I just have to last another 2 hours here, and once again, I did not eat enough food today, probably. Probably have some chips when I get home. I bought some Sun Chips this morning, man. Sun Chips are really good. Hell, I even bought some carrot cake. I know, I spoiled myself. I love carrot cake, man. So, I eat a lot of sugary shit. I'm gonna get Alzheimer's if I don't already have it, because I like sugary soda and sugary treats and sugar this and sugar that, and give me some sugar, is what I would say to a girl if I had one, which I don't. Not even close. Yeah, so, not even close. You know, I think if Hashem wanted me to have a wife, he'd give me a wife. But as you can tell, I don't have a wife, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Right? And I don't even want offspring. So maybe that's why I don't have a wife. Maybe because I don't want to continue this charade any longer with my own DNA seed or whatever. And like, so I mean, so maybe that's, I don't know, whatever. It's a weird life, man. I don't even know what to do with my life. I could put a jungle gym. I could buy a condo and put a jungle gym in it and just chill in the jungle gym, but that's all I can think of right now. And I don't even know if that's like a good life decision. I don't even know if that's a good idea to do. I don't know what other people are doing with their lives or what they're supposed to do with their lives. Like, just try to keep doing art and stuff, and also maybe create some type of giant jungle gym creature in my, if I buy a condo, put in a giant spiderweb jungle gym creature thing that I can climb all over. And also, ooh, you know what I just thought of? Put a jungle gym on the bottom, on the floor, and also, this is gonna blow your fucking mind, put a jungle gym on the ceiling. Whoa. And then you can climb up the ceiling jungle gym as well. That would be amazing. I just thought of that just now. So you'd have, as above, so below, you'd have a jungle gym on the ground and a jungle gym up above. And this would just form a giant hourglass shape jungle gym room creature that would take up the whole room. What would you do on this jungle gym? A lot of you guys are asking. Well, you would climb it, but I don't know what else you would do. I might have to get back into drinking alcohol to make this work. I might have to drink some beer and then start climbing it to get some sort of like hallucinogenic, high alcoholic trip off of the jungle gym exercise. And I don't even like drinking anymore. I think it's gross and gay. I think anyone who drinks is a faggot, and drinking is stupid and evil and dumb. But it's an easy way to get high sometimes. So I wonder if I could combine my love of climbing with alcohol to turn it into some sort of psychedelic trip experience. That's all I can think of right now. Because you can use the beer to turn it into a fun, possibly a fun psychedelic experience. And beer is cheap, so you know what, I'll give it a try. If I install a giant jungle gym, I will try getting beer and drinking while climbing, and of course I'll probably film it, but also I just more to test how the mental experience goes with the alcohol and the climbing of a giant jungle gym inside of a condo. If I buy one soon, hopefully I can get one, or get some sort of property where I can install all this stuff for the alcoholic jungle gym that I'm thinking in my head, because I can't think of what else to do with my life. I don't have a wife, as you guys can tell. I already said that, and so I don't know what other people are doing with their lives, but all I can kind of think of what to do with my life is to, you know what, that actually sounds fine. I'm actually pretty pumped about the whole, now that I'm talking about it, because you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to put in fake trees. I'm going to put in a fake forest in the condo. So it'll be a fake forest, but also it's going to be a giant jungle gym. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I've decided that that'll be my next life goal plan type thing. People throw around the term life goal a lot, but I think that will be mine for now, is a giant fake forest jungle gym type of creature device that takes up a whole room. And I'll bring over some women. Just kidding, but can you imagine I brought over I almost said a dumb bitch. Can you even imagine I bring over a chick and she sees giant jungle gym with fake trees around it and stuff? That'd be really funny. I'm actually pumped because I got to figure out where to buy fake trees that are that big. Of course, you can make them, which is probably what I'll have to do. I'll probably have to make some. You can make fake trees out of cardboard and spray on foam. You spray foam all over a big cardboard circular box and it turns it into a tree. That's a tip for anyone who wants to build a fake tree. It's not that hard. It's very easy. You use a cardboard box that's circular in shape, and you put spray on foam all over it to give it the illusion of a tree, and then you paint it brown. Of course, I'm going to need leaves as well, but I'm going to need big leaves too. So I'm going to have to find that. I have to find some big leaves. Because since I can't figure out what to do with my life besides the art thing, which obviously I'm not a famous artist yet. I mean, I'm a little famous, but you know, I haven't like super taken off yet, even though I've been doing this for 20 years, which I'm fine with, kind of. And so the other thing I can think of is, you know, the forest jungle gym thing. You know, just as a side project, just as like a big side project. But the other project, there's a guy parking over here. I don't know what he's doing. So those are some projects I have my eye on, you know, exercise projects, whatever that may be, climbing projects, adventure, outdoor projects would be awesome, building some sort of project. And then, of course, I think I'm probably going to maybe make cartoons until I'm dead, I would think. Because I like making cartoons and stuff, so I think I'll probably do that forever. Because I've already been doing that most of my life now. Because I made my first one when I was like 12, and now I'm 32. So it's I've been doing it for about 20 years now. And my first YouTube account had a lot of views on it. I had one video with 100k views. I had another video with a few views. My video with 100k views was a Courage the Cowardly Dog theme song or sad song that I played on my baby grand piano, and people liked that one. And then I had a cartoon on there where it was that Japanese song, "Why, you're my little butterfly," or "You're my little samurai." And I animated like a butterfly taking a crap on a dude's face when I was 12, and I put that song behind it. And I think that got a lot of views too. I don't think it got 100k, but I think it got at least like 1k or something. And that was like one of the first, I think, cartoons I made it was hard to convert an SWF to an AVI file back then. Because YouTube didn't take SWF files, they still don't. And this was before they made programs that could convert Flash files into video files. But somehow I did get it on YouTube, and the audio quality was really bad, because Flash had bad audio quality. And this was back in... Or a guy driving past me. This was back in, 2007. Something like that. Or earlier than that, I don't know. It was a long time ago. I wish I still had the video, but I don't think I put it on Newgrounds for some reason, which is unfortunate. But they would have taken it down anyways, kind of, because they don't like copyrighted music on Newgrounds, which is unfortunate. But it's too bad I don't have that old cartoon, because that was like one of my oldest cartoons I ever made. It's just about a butterfly that pooped on a guy's face, and honestly, the drawing looked kind of pretty similar. I mean, the animation quality is about the same as how I am 20 years later. It's pretty much the same animation quality. So I don't know if I've really improved a ton at drawing in 20 years. Probably not very much. Not too much at all here. But that's okay, because I still like making cartoons, even though the quality's a little questionable for somebody who's been doing it this long, But that's fine. Because, I don't have a drawing tablet. I mean, I have a Chinese one, but it's really a piece of shit, and I don't like it. And I've always just drawn with the mouse. And so I think drawing with the mouse is just easy. It's just easier to do or something for me. So I just draw with the mouse. I know a lot of artists use a drawing tablet though. So you know what artists should do? Well, shit. You know what makes the most money in art is drawing lewd stuff. But I never got into that. But you also have to be pretty good at drawing anatomy to do that, I reckon. But I think, they say sex sells. But then at the same time, it's like, yeah, anyways. Probably not the holiest venture to draw, I reckon. At least people aren't watching my cartoons getting all horned up, I think they're mostly just like, oh, this is weird. Okay, next video. Never clicks another Zabujard video again. Forgets all about me. Which is fine. That's fine.
Now it's time to have a snuggle with my very best friend in the whole wide world. You. Well, I'm glad you could come over. See you soon. Bye. And the clown jumped over the moon.